Energetically, we are coming to a space of decision making. So you might be questioning who you are. Why are you here? Why are you going through this change? What's really happening inside of you? Should you be here or should you move on? Should you stay in this location or with this person or in this job? And all these questions are coming up to the surface. Sometimes it feels very chaotic in the mind, but the chaos in the mind allows you to bring it up to the surface so you can have a discernment between the path that you want to experience in this life. Little few things I just want to touch base regarding what is currently taking place energetically. Energetically, we are coming to a space of a little bit of decision making. We starting to question ourselves, and those questions that are coming is the balance between the emotional and the mental body. So you might be questioning who you are. Why are you here? Why are you going through this change? What's really happening inside of you? Should you be here or should you move on? Should you stay in this location or with this person or in this job? These questions might be rising up for most of you, and also questions are rising up about your personal health. What do I need to do? How do I take care of myself? Where do I, what technique or modality should I utilize? And all these questions are coming up to the surface. Sometimes it feels very chaotic in the mind, but the chaos in the mind allows you to bring it up to the surface so you can have a discernment between the path that you want to experience in this life. So if you are feeling that right now, it is okay, because this is how we find balance within ourselves. It is not to dive in into the question itself, but it is to have the answer that will say, okay, this is the direction I'm choosing. Now, don't strain yourself about it, because that will create resistance energetically. We want to allow these things to kind of flow and allow them to be. So if you are feeling something, I would like for you to type in one word that will describe of what you are going through at this point. It could be any emotion or anything that you are desiring or anything that you are feeling in this present moment. What is it that's coming up to the surface? Okay, so I got discernment, resistance. Um, while that is, people are typing in, it is also important to not to dwell on the past, but to look to the future, because the past is experiences and the future it is what you pronounce into this reality. So as soon as you say something, that becomes the future, because the future is created through sound and the causal body responds to sound. Uh, I see a lot of people. I'm going to just go over a little bit. What is the causal body? The causal body is the cause of your existence. It is the energy field that is the most highest layer above the astral body, where it is the programming when you come into this reality that your soul says, I will have these types of experiences in this life. At say at age of 22, I'm going to go through this. At age of 35, I will experience a certain event which will be a catalyst for you for change, some sort of realization. And in the causal body, we understand why are we having these experiences, where the emotional and the mental body start to respond and react through the 3D reality that you have created for yourself. And when I say 3D reality, this is the flesh. We're talking about the matter, because matter is condensed form of energy. Energy does not come from here going up. Energy comes from above coming down. So if we understand the energy flow, we have to understand the causal body, which is a layer of the soul, transitions this energy into the astral body. From the astral body, it goes through your mental, emotional, and then into the physical. If we understand how energy works, then we start to understand how we make choices and decisions based on vibration or based on the energy itself. So, how do we make decisions based on energy? This is where the self discipline comes in, where comes in self practice, because the outside world has many promises and many predictions, and none of them relate to your internal world because they distract the personality and the ego to constantly to seek what's outside of it instead of finding peace within it. It is the desire that comes in, says, who are those extraterrestrials? What's going to happen a month from now? Um, what's happening in the government? And all of those are distractions from your own peace. So the main thing is to find that inner flow. How does that energy come through you and emanate out into the world? So instead of being affected by others or other things, you become the effect. And that is where self discipline comes in and deep inner work. Does not mean, when I say discipline, does not mean being like a military soldier. No, it's very actually gentle. It's a gentle discipline. It is a self love discipline. It's a discipline that says, right now, I'm going to spend the time with my inner self and see how I feel internally without the outside world having an effect on me. So, through different meditative practices, we can always come into these spaces. Change is constant, and we know that. So, that never stops. That change will always be there. And that's one of the most powerful things is to adapt with change.